Hi Virgo, welcome to your mid-October tarot and astrology horoscope. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this tarot reading. So Virgo, there's a full moon coming up in fellow earth sign Taurus. It's in your 9th house. And then we have the sun in your 3rd house. So that 3rd house, 9th house axis is all about the mind. And where you find yourself in Scorpio season really getting very engrossed in the details, this full moon would like you for a moment to see the bigger picture before you continue on with this thought pattern, this project, or this idea. For a moment, it would really like you to see that the answers that you're seeking are actually from a higher perspective. Now, how do we get to that higher perspective? Well, you tap into the energies of this full moon and see that you could do with a little bit more freedom. Because mentally speaking, Virgo, as we move into Scorpio season, you're already feeling a little bit bogged down and a little bit trapped by your own mind. Now, I'm going to say this. I think Mars retrograde in Aries for you is really rough. And it's been very rough in the cardinal signs, of which I'm sure you possess in your chart. But it's been very rough for you in terms of pulling out your shadow side and pulling out a lot of fears. And at times, it has felt in October, I think for many people with Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, that it's like walking through a haunted house. And then Scorpio retrograde happened. Mercury, your ruler, retrograding in your 3rd house of communication. Your mental pattern doesn't make any sense. Your mind isn't working the way that you want it to. But if you could just see it from a little bit of a higher perspective, things will start to look very different. Ace of Wands, Justice, Queen of Swords, 10 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, well there you are in your own way again, and the 7 of Cups. Let us just move these down a little bit and draw a couple of clarifying cards for that 7 of Cups. Aha! The High Priestess and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Wow. That higher perspective will help you see your options. Ace of Wands underneath. I'm looking at all the divine feminine energy in this. We have Lady Justice, we have the High Priestess, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles. Funnily enough, I was just, before I did this reading, a picture came up on Instagram of Zendaya, who is a Virgo and who is the epitome of Virgo perfection, really. And she was wearing a dress that was very, sheer and shimmery, quite like this High Priestess card. And a lot of the time, I think she embodies that Virgo in their higher self energy, which is something that is available to all Virgos around the full moon in Taurus. Because for somebody who can see the details, the detailing of any project, of any room, of any creative venture, for someone who can see how all the details come together and make a beautiful bigger picture, it means that you have access to a bigger picture that others actually don't. Because many times we see the bigger picture, but we miss out on details. But you have been looking very hard at the ins and outs and the intricate details of a particular situation or a particular relationship or your life. And my lord, when you get stuck there, you can really do some damage and you can pull threads and unravel the whole jumper. Queen of Pentacles in the challenge. This is you. This is the Virgo energy. This is when you're getting in your own way. This is when you're getting in your own head. And this is certainly when you're not seeing your worth, which has been challenging. Why? Because Libra season was challenging and Libra season rules your worth. So it came into conflict with Pluto. It came into conflict with Saturn. It came into conflict with Jupiter. It definitely came into conflict with Mars. 8th house, 5th house. your creativity, your intimacy, your love, your relationships have been scrutinized not only by your keen Virgo eye, but also astrologically. You weren't alone in your process of dissection. Here we have Libra season down here, justice. But look what's on offer. 10 of Cups. Means that things are actually working out a lot better than you think. You just can't see that right now because you're so in those details that you really kind of have missed the bigger picture. You kind of can't see what's going on. 7 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. Virgos always have options. And sometimes you need a full moon in the 9th to give you that optimism, to give you that spark, to give you that surprise element, so that you don't overthink things yourself. Ace of Wands, underneath is the 5 of Cups. There's something that you're really struggling to let go. A disappointment of sorts. And you need that spark to be relit. And thankfully Uranus energy in your sector of philosophy, of education. You know, maybe those are where you're going through big changes. Maybe you're studying something religious. Maybe you're changing your masters. Maybe you're making huge decisions about your education. And you're a bit confused at the moment. This full moon is going to help you, Virgo, tap into your intuitive side, your magical side, and see that the mysteries that are unfolding are actually leaving you with a couple of key options on what you have to do next. There's a lot of illusion going on with the 7 of Cups and the High Priestess. There's a lot of castles in the sky. There's a lot of creative ideas. Ooh. And you will have that judgment moment in Scorpio season. 2 of Pentacles, judgment. Thinking about it, and then possibly, Virgo, a decision is made for you. Something that realigns you. When I look at this full moon and I think of you, I think about I believe it's a Buddhist quote. Rule your mind or it will rule you. I think that's a Buddhist quote. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe somebody can correct me in the comment section, but having a bit more perspective. Because the High Priestess, she's such a floaty energy. It feels like, you know, it's not climbing to the top of a very high, scary building to get that perspective. It's kind of a floating moment. It's surrendering. It is accepting that you have a lot of thoughts and then becoming a bit more detached and observant of them. A pathway is being cleared for you in terms of next steps, whether it is in love or with family or relationships. I think for a lot of you, there's a big want in terms of love that is just waiting for you to admit it. Now, this could be career, but there's a big dream here with the 10 of Cups in your positive position. There's a big golden, you know, an idea or a thought with a golden aura around it. Something that seems so happy. And you think that in the having of it, you'll be happy. But what most people come to understand is that you have to be happy first to receive it, right? That's kind of the key concept, that law of attraction 101. Because something's been cleared here with justice. A karmic clearance, as it were. Let's have a little look at your oracle cards. Aha, there are possibilities. Adjacent possibilities, financial constraints, and the angel of balance. Yeah. You're really thinking a lot and overthinking and overanalyzing, especially about the practical. With the angel of balance and the high priestess, it's a call to ask your angels for help, to ask them for guidance, and to ask them for assistance. But what you would do very well asking for, Virgo, as you go into Scorpio season, and particularly around the full moon, is ask to be shown what your options are. Ask to be shown what these possibilities are, of which there appear to be many coming to you. And when they all come to you with that high priestess energy, you have to be discerning enough that critical mind, put it to use, be discerning to see what is real and what isn't. Narrow those options down, find the two that matter the most, the two pathways that matter the most, and then all becomes really very clear. Judgment. Certain things can't continue the way that they're going, especially in that mind of yours, in that beautiful Virgo brain, where you work yourselves into an anxious or frantic state, trying to have everything done right. And really what you need to do, Virgo, is align with your higher self. And that is all. Venus moves into your second house, bringing you a lot more financial opportunities if money is what you're worried about. And yes, it's in tricky alignment to your 5th house and your 8th house. But the 8th house is going to go direct soon. That Mars in retrograde is going to go direct soon, and that's when you're going to start to see the emotional intimacy payout. Deepening of connections. Bigger financial investments. Better money. I'll see you in November, Virgo. Take care. Bye.